Hello and welcome to Centurion's Corner, and today we are out and about. We are away from the studio. I thought it's a lovely day and I thought I could do an actual video. Well, I've always wanted to do one of these for a very long time. Now we're celebrating about 4 years of the actual channel as well, and with that I started toy photography, and that's what we're doing today. I'm going to take you around about and just show you what I do and how I achieve my goals and stuff like that. I feel like a weirdo just standing in the middle of the field talking to my phone, so I'm a bit wary, you know, and I'm a bit wary when I take my photos as well, because it's a personal thing. It is a bit odd for people walking past and a 42-year-old sort of like taking photos. I don't want to be beaten up by 11-year-olds. So I live in Kent, the Garden of England, and there's like a lovely copper fields and stuff around me. It's not here where I take my photos, but I'll go over there. There's some woods and stuff, so we'll be taking sort of like area sort of things like that, doing voiceover over the video as well, just taking you through it. But I just wanted to say that it's a massive sort of like inspiration from Instagram that's really got me into this. You know, Callum on the channel, who does a lot of toy photography. We've been doing toy photography for quite a while, you know, doing the shelves and stuff, but taking it out to like real light and put them into like situations and stuff really brings out those pictures and really sort of just opens up your mind of creativity. And if you're into all that as well, it's just really cool. It's just a really nice escape, just taking yourself away with a few figures I've got in the backpack. I've got Anakin from Clone Wars. I've got our favourite, or my favourite that started it all, which is Captain Rex, and I've got a few of my customs as well and a battle droid. So we're just going to have a little bit of fun today, take some pictures, and hopefully I'll run you through it as well with how I sort of edit my pictures and whatnot, so you might get some tips from it. So I guess without further ado, let's crack on with it. So I'm no means of an expert when it comes to photography, but I've been doing a few things that I kind of like, so you might pick up some tips, or you might want to improve upon that as well. So for equipment wise, I only use my Samsung Ultra 23, and I don't use any kind of other means of a camera at all or anything like that. The only thing I do notice, I mean, I'm going around here and I'm finding some certain areas, and I really like these bits where the lights pop through the trees and you can see that nice bit of moss there that I use as grass. But my only main tip that I would say when taking photography outside, get down, lay down at the figures. We've got Captain Rex here on this like nice tree stump, and a lot of people take a photo by just looking down. It just looks so wrong and it doesn't look natural. What you want to do is get down low, take that picture from either its sort of like perspective or even a little bit lower, pointing upwards, and it just creates so much more kind of size to the actual figure, and it doesn't look like he's lost in a sort of like a large world. So I'm in the woods now. I've got my little figures down here. I've already taken a couple of pictures just over there. It's just on the track. This is actually a new part that I haven't actually been to before. So what I'm looking for is not things that are too overgrown. Like if you look over this side here, it's just fully too overgrown. Just looks like your figures are in a small little human world, if you know what I mean. Like they just look like they're in the real world. So what I look for is things a bit like this, and if you just look down, you've got all this sort of like foliage and stuff. Oh, I feel like David Attenborough, but you've got all this sort of foliage, you've got all this sort of like the moss all over it as well, so it looks like quite nice grass for a 6-inch figure. So we're going to place a couple of figures over on this part here. I might even break a few of these twigs, I mean they're all dead anyway, but so we're just going to place some figures over it, maybe a little battle scene, maybe a little duo kind of set or something like that, and we'll see what we get. So that's kind of me done. I've taken a few pictures, and I do a little bit. I don't really take a lot of figures with me because I feel like if I take a lot, there's no need to go next time. So each time I sort of like take a couple of figures with me just to sort of give me an excuse to get out of the house and just sort of go for a walk. Because you know, a little bit of an update since the video that I did when I took a break in February and I come back 1st of March. You know, I was going to court and all that about the kids and stuff as well, so all pleased to happen that it all went really well. I'm getting sort of like visitation, sort of contact with my kids and stuff now, which is absolutely fantastic. We're about 5 weeks in, so really cool, and everything's going well. You know, like I actually miss my kids. You just don't know, it's kind of hard. You don't realise how much you sort of like block stuff out, you know, you sort of, because they're unattainable, like you kind of have to sort of shelf it in a way. But yeah, just seeing my kids again, man, it's just honestly like it just opened up a whole new world. I feel like Steve again. I really feel really good. And then in conjunction with that, going out for these walks where it's nice and sunny, no rain or anything like that, and I'm literally on my own, secluded away from anyone. I'm really due a Starbucks, to be honest with you, but yeah, it's just really therapeutic, and I just feel like I'm on top of the world, and I feel really good. But yeah, I mean that's kind of like a little mini update really. I wanted to put it into another video and all that with me sitting in front of the camera, but it feels more natural being out and about doing it rather than just sort of like sitting up and setting up the camera at home. This actually feels really nice, being out and talking to you guys as well in a more natural environment. But yeah, I mean, 4 years of doing the channel, doing the reviews, doing customs and stuff like that, and I wouldn't be doing any of this if it weren't for you guys. Honestly, the way I've kind of sort of like went down a little self pit, if I didn't do YouTube, if I didn't do Instagram, if I weren't doing this and weren't talking to people that kind of get me, I don't know where I would be. And honestly, I know people might feel shame like they collect figures or they take pictures of their action figures and they're in their 50s, 40s, 30s, or even in their teens. If it gives you a form of escapism away from that real world and gives you a bit of sort of just feel a little bit kind of like yourself, don't give it up. Honestly, this is really good, and I just can't believe I've never done it before. And I've been living on my own for 4 years, and I've only been picking it up now. I mean, honestly, like this is like just beautiful. I'm just sitting in the middle of in the woods, like there's nothing around me, just wildlife and stuff like that. It's just amazing. The trees going up there, yeah, it's just one with nature to a degree. But yeah, honestly, I just highly recommend it. Just go out there, take a couple of pictures, even if you've got a back garden. Unfortunately, I don't have a garden or anything that looks anything like this in my area, so I have to go for about a 40-minute walk. But it's well worth it, and you can just take a picnic, sit down, take some pictures, just do it on your own, go with some friends and stuff like that. And me and Callum as well, over on SKAPARI, we started Toy Photography UK as well on Facebook, and it's just a case of nurturing that kind of sort of feel like you want to take photos and do more with your action figures. I mean, it's all great getting like a figure and leaving it in a box, or it's all great taking a figure out of the box and just putting it on the shelf, you know. But actually, wow, what these other figures can do to you by just taking them out, putting them into a little natural environment, taking some pictures, getting you out and about and stuff like that, and you get some decent pictures from it as well, so you feel like you've achieved something as well. It's really good. I do it as well to try and lose a little bit of weight. But yeah, honestly, just recommend it, and join the Facebook group. It is for UK members only, and that's only because I kind of want to do like help others that have been in my situation, that have this kind of similar sort of like niche of collecting figures and want to do toy photography. Because ultimately for me it would be a case of like going out with a few mates doing this. It'd be great, you know, always sitting about and doing it all and not feeling alone doing it, even though as much as I do enjoy doing it alone. But yeah, just imagine just doing it with a few lads and stuff, going out and about and doing a meet and greets and stuff like that. So that's what it's there for. It's there to inspire everyone as well, and this is me inspiring you guys as well. You know, it's not stopping you making your own little group and in your local areas and try and find friends and stuff that way, you know. So I mean, really reach out for people on Instagram. It's a great place, and I highly recommend it. It's the best thing to be honest, I've ever done in my life. But what I'm going to do now, I'm actually going to get up and I'm going to head home. Well, actually no, I'm going to stop into Starbucks, get my caramel latte on the way. But and just sit down, see what pictures I've taken, see what footage I've got. I'm going to put it all a little bit together as well. And when I'm home, I probably will actually put like me actually editing the photos, putting the lightsaber effects on there, putting the blaster shots and stuff as well. You know, and just giving you a few little tips that might help you along the way as well. So stay tuned, and I'll be back in a mo. So welcome back, we're back in the studio, and we're going to do some editing of the photos now. So this is a Samsung S20. This isn't the phone that I took out today. This is my older phone. This is my kind of sort of like backup phone. So when I do my live videos, I use this one here as the figure cam, or I use a webcam when I'm doing the one on the face. But when it's the figure and looking down at this kind of angle, it's normally this phone that's there. Actually, I used this phone for about 3 years. Actually sort of doing all my YouTube on there, and as soon as I upgraded the phone, I dropped it, but I kept it pristine all that time. But since it's become my sort of like rubbish phone, it's become my rubbish phone. So what we want to do is download an app called PixArt, and we got it down here in my YouTube here. So these are all the sort of apps that I use for my YouTube, to be honest here. So we click on PixArt, that uploads, and we just press that plus button down here. It always offers you to sign up, do a subscribe and stuff like that, but you don't need to do that. A lot of people that are recommended, they go, no, you have to pay for it. You don't. You can bypass it. You just got to be a little bit more patient with it. So we press the plus sign down here and it uploads all the pictures. So I transferred a few of the pictures over to this phone already. So we want to go see all, obviously, and I want to choose this Captain Rex one here. So a very simple picture, and we're just uploading. So we've got the little toolbar down here, and all we want to do and add a couple of effects to this. We just want to add like a blast effect and maybe a bit of a lens flare so it kind of looks more natural. So down at the bottom here, we want to scroll across, and we've got a thing that says sticker. So we're going to click on the sticker, and then we're going to go up here and we're going to search. What I do, I always use a lightsaber for my actual blast effect. So we're just going to press lightsaber and then search, and it's going to upload loads of these images here. Even though there's hundreds and hundreds of different lightsabers, different hilts and stuff like that, I use this one. This is the one that I always use for anything. So we just click on that, and then it just places it onto there, but we can actually move it around wherever you would like it. So we're going to obviously rotate it around into a certain area, and then we want to pull it across here so it looks like it's shooting out of his gun. So you want to line it up just perfectly, just up to the barrel there. And once it's in place, down at the bottom, while it's still selected, we've got a few little tools that we can actually change around with the actual lightsaber effect here. So if we press blend, we can actually then press screen, and what's going to happen, it's going to blend it in a little bit better. So now it kind of goes a little bit more transparent and just looks a little bit nicer. So once we've done that, we can just put it into place by pressing the plus. But once you put that plus in, it's going to keep it in place. So what you want to do is press the plus sign down here. Sorry, there was a tick up there, but what you want to do is press the plus here. Then you can add more stickers, and then you can actually still rearrange them and stuff around. So what we want to do is go right over to the right hand side, and now we're going to put a lens flare in. Plenty of lens flares here that you can use throughout the actual thing, but the best one I always find is this one here. It's actually got a nice glow to it. So when you actually put it in there, you can enlarge it if you like, you can shrink it and whatnot. So we're just going to put that over just right at the tip of the blast effect here. So this is what happens when you've got two stickers in place. But the thing is, you can change the things around like having it on top, and then if you don't like it that way, you can drop it down so it becomes behind it. And that's the good thing about keeping all the stickers in place. If you just stick one there, it's stuck there forever, and whatever you put on top of it, the stickers only can lay on top. If you don't stick them all into place, you can change the layer and around. So what we're going to do is pull that back up just in front of that lens flare that we've done there. If we reselect that lens flare, we've got the hue down here, and we can actually change the color of that hue. So what you want to do is go to like a blue, but then just change it slightly so it kind of starts leaving the vibrant blue behind. Because it's outdoors, it's going to get quite saturated, and that's it. We can have it on there, and you've got the lens flare. You can turn it around a little bit so the lens flare is going a little bit in a different angle to add a little bit more effect on there, and that's it. We simply then will tick, and that places it all into place. And then we can go to the arrow over here, and then we can save. And then we probably might get an advert. No, it's fine, it's gone straight to there. So that's saved into our gallery. Next up, what we want to do, we'll do one with a lightsaber. So first of all, we'll grab this one here with Anakin Skywalker. Exactly the same again. So we can go sticker, and even so we can go recent and actually choose this one here. And then bam, we have the lightsaber already chosen. So what we can do, we can line that up just like so, and bring that over just to get it in the right sort of size into place. You can actually make it thicker by pulling it down, so it's good for like a Lego lightsaber, or you can thin it down to like so. Normally I don't really like using the lightsabers in the actual figure itself, because what you notice is that when we zoom in, it's a little bit out of place. Sometimes you put it down and the lightsaber might be a little bit bent compared to the actual hilt, so it's like it's always going to sort of stick out. So your sticker will be here, and then the lightsaber is going to be going that way, but lucky enough it's not too bad. So we can just put that into place like so. Yeah, it's actually a little bit uninlined, but we can put it there. So again, we go to blend and we go to screen, and what you can see, you can actually see the lightsaber behind it. So we just edit that out a tiny little bit more and bring it into line just like so. And also where you're here, so when using the blue lightsaber, as I said, I always use this lightsaber all the time. So if you go to adjust while you still got it selected and go to hue, you can actually change the lightsaber color. So you can go from like yellow, green, blue, purple into red, and then back into like an amber color there. So we want a blue, and this is looking quite nice. Nice little vibrant blue there for Anakin. What we can do then is go back, select that, and then go to plus. And sometimes again you can actually apply exactly the same effect over here, and if you zoom in just enough and then put it just above where the lightsaber just kicks it out the extra light there source, it kind of blends that lightsaber in a bit more. Go quite small, blend it in with that white, and again you can change the hue of it. And yeah, again, looking pretty cool. And now we have a lightsaber effect on our Anakin figure, which is very nicely done indeed. And again, we can go to done, and we go into the last picture now. And what we'll do, we're going to one that's a little bit more complicated. So I've got this one here that we've done with Anakin, like he's like burning through the actual figure himself. So again, what you can do is do recent. We can grab our lightsaber once again, and then we can put it into place just like so. Now what you can see is actually obviously the hilt is here and the end of the lightsaber is in place, but at least we know it's in a straight line. So again, we'll blend with the screen, and then we'll go to erase, and what we're going to do is just erase what we don't need with his lightsaber. So we just need that tip just there. So now the lightsaber looks like it's behind the actual figure itself. Tick that into place, but we don't want to get rid of it yet. We want to keep it just there, and then we're going to go plus, and we're going to find some other new figures. So we can go back. Oh. We're going to search now. I'm going to like blue light. What I'm looking for is kind of like a sweeping kind of motion with the lightsaber. There's not many kind of lightsaber moving kind of things, unfortunately, on the app. I have looked quite a bit. If you do know, let me know in the comments down below. But I've been using it for quite a few years and I can still never find it. So what I kind of do is kind of look for something that's a bit of a sweeping motion, and we've got this kind of here. We could probably use that, but we just carry on, keep looking, going down. And the good thing as well, when you see something that you kind of like, say if you wanted just one side of that, but you kind of liked it and you wanted to change it a colour, you can always click on it, erase one side, and then change the hue of it as well. So never think that you're kind of like limited to what you see. Sometimes when you type in an actual thing, just say like red smoke, it might be a premium, but if you just type in smoke, you might find exactly the same sticker but in a different colour that isn't premium, and then you can just change the hue. So yeah, never pay for the app. I know I'm putting them off, but hey ho. So what we're going to do is just carry on. We've got this one here. This looks alright. So we've got this nice sort of sweeping kind of motion, and it's more brighter this end. So what we want to do is move it up, and then we can swing it around as well. So when you grab one side and flip it to the other, it actually flips the image. And then what we can do is just bring this there. I'd say probably about to there. Looks okay. And then we'll blend that in again with the screen effect. We'll erase what we don't need. So with that access over the top there of the lightsaber, we don't need that. And then we'll plug that into place. Add another effect, a sticker. And what I want is like a lightsaber burn. So we just type in burn and see what we got. So all these little crowns around our premium sort of logos or stickers, unfortunately. But this one here is a really good one. I use this sticker quite a bit if it's like bombardment coming down or whatnot, but you can change it and make it darker so it actually looks like an actual burn there. So we'll get this into place, shrink it down a little bit so the burn has gone through this way here, and it's going to be burning out the back. And then what we'll do, we'll drop it down, we'll move it down behind what we just put in, and that kind of blends it into place. So now it looks like it's got a burn. Doesn't look dark enough. No, it doesn't look like it's a drastic kind of burn. So again, we'll go back and then we'll type in smoke, and we're just looking for like a dark smoke. It's a bit too thin, that one. This one looks okay, so we just click on that one, and then we can blend that around, and we can just put it into the right place where it needs to go. There, and I think about there. And then let's not blend it, because if we blend it because it's smoke, it would just literally sort of evaporate into the background. I'll show you. So it just disappears. So we want it to still be quite prominent, and we'll just move it down behind all these other parts there, just to give that sort of red just a little bit more kind of vibrance on there. Again, what we can always do is choose the blue swing as well, and we can actually sort of move it around, maybe even delete that part so it kind of looks like the lightsaber's swept through, and we can restore that part there that I've taken out a little bit too much. And yeah, just blending it around, looking like the lightsaber has literally just burnt through this the droid. So that's kind of it really. That's how you use PixArt. It's so easy to use. Just keep playing with it, and the more you keep doing with it, the more you can get out of it. You know, we don't really need to have this necessarily in place. If you just wanted it like that, you could do so, or you could just put it back in the place there, which is quite nice. So yeah, that is literally how you use PixArt. So here are the 4 heroes. Today we are going back onto the shelf until next time, where we can pick up some more and go out some toy photography as well. And just thank you so much for celebrating the 4 years with me today. It's slightly a different video, but I kind of wanted to do something different rather than being inside, and hopefully it'll pick up some more things that you can do with your figures rather than paint. Upgrade. Now you can go out and take some pictures. Hopefully this video maybe inspired you as well as you guys have been inspiring me for the last 4 years. I can't believe it's actually 4 years now. It's crazy. So much has happened in that time, but I just feel very much highly appreciated of all you people welcoming me into community and making me feel really appreciated. So thank you from the bottom of my heart, that is for sure. And here's to many more. So don't forget, you can subscribe, you can ding the bell, follow me on Instagram, where you actually see more of these pictures popping up on there as well. And you can join the channel for 99p or 99 cents wherever you're from. And until next time, you take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye.